This WUSA 9 Weather Impact Alert is sponsored by Morgan & Morgan.
Good Wednesday morning. I'm meteorologist Joe Spear. We do have a weather impact alert here for the middle of this week, just for this morning, so it's going to go until 10 o'clock. But we're looking out for a couple showers and storms that are going to be here to start off the day. Some of them a little strong to a little steady at times, not in the way of any severe weather, but the amount of rainfall that we've got right towards that morning commute could cause you to have to go a little slower here for Wednesday, but also make sure you're grabbing something to keep you dry as you head out the door here for this morning. As far as how the overall setup looks, it's basically just here in the DMV. We've got this new system kind of swirling around, so it's still bringing in some pretty solid rain here in a couple areas. Not much of it so far has worked its way into DC, so you might be able to head out super early this morning without a lot of issues, but we are looking at heavy showers sitting just south of the district, so over around Charles County. Still looking at a decent amount of activity over into Prince William and Fairfax County as well. They're starting to deal with a little bit of rain, so areas outside of DC commuting in, you're starting with some of that wet weather. That's going to keep rolling over the next couple of hours. So again, hard pressed to find some part of the morning commute that's not looking at these impacts, but we're not looking at rain all day, so it's not a washout by any means. But all that this is doing is just adding extra moisture to the air. So by the time that skies do get a little drier, we're just adding a ton of humidity out there. So temperatures at their highest today, upper 80s, feels like numbers at their highest, upper 90s, almost 100 degrees is what it's going to feel like later today. So of course, given the setup of the amount of wet weather that we've got, we do have a flood watch in effect. This is going to go until 11 o'clock this morning, mostly around the DC metro area and kind of in the areas that we've seen some of the heavy rain already. So just south of the city, so some parts of northeastern Virginia and some parts of southern Maryland as well. Charles County farther south here from Maryland. As far as how the timing looks, as we continue to roll throughout this morning, not many of us are in line to see some of these downpours. But again, the areas that do, I would watch out for some standing water trying to pile up. Again, anytime that you see water puddled on the roadways, you just got to find a way around it. It is better safe than sorry to not drive through it. It does not take a lot of water to float your car or yourself. We're still going to see this continue to roll through past sunrise. And then once we get closer to 9 o'clock, this is kind of the final window of where we're looking at the heavier showers. But we're still peeling it back to just a very isolated to scattered chance of a little bit of rain here and there. So again, still keep the rain gear with you as you're heading out a little bit later on today. It's not a guaranteed chance that you'll run into that rain, but again, better safe than sorry at that rate. We have a 1 out of 4 risk of some isolated flash flooding right around DC and farther south. So again, another reason just to keep an eye out for some ponding going on. As far as how the rainfall potential looks, I wouldn't exactly hold to where these numbers are popping up, but it just kind of goes to show where some areas will just see a little bit of rain where you stack up maybe a tenth to a quarter of an inch, while some areas that look at some of the heftier showers, you could reach up to an inch to almost an inch and a half of rainfall at the same time. So really just depends on where some of these stronger showers are going to be panning out. Skies are looking a lot drier as we head into tomorrow, but it gets much hotter. Temperatures in the low 90s. That feels like number is going up to above 100 degrees. So we're trading the rain chances for just some real intense humidity over the next couple of days. That remains real intense as we round out the rest of this week and even going into early next week as well. Dew points today are at their highest, where numbers are trying to get up to about 77. We're still keeping it around 75 to end off this week and going into the start of the weekend. We don't start to see these levels ease until the beginning of next week, and even still, dew points staying above 70 means you're going to feel that humidity outside. At the same time, that we're watching temperatures get much higher, of course. So we have the weather impact alert for earlier today. Later should be a little bit fine, but again, I'd still just keep an eye out for ponding just in general. We have our next best chance for showers and thunderstorms pretty late Thursday, mostly overnight, but Friday and Saturday are going to carry a scattered chance. Temperatures go into the 90s tomorrow, and they stay that way all the way throughout the weekend and going early into next week as well. But skies at least start to look a little drier for some of these days. The humidity is still not going anywhere though, so it is still going to feel real sticky out there in early next week. Showers and storms trying to work back in by next Tuesday as we see temperatures still continue to climb up to the mid-90s.